The place of recognition, I made myself in mind. Be myself and 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 Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Inspirations with yours truly, Lizzy. And yes, you're looking at me through a lens. You're looking at me through a lens. And yesterday, Tuesday, we talked about the lenses that we put on ourselves. But I want to keep this theme of lenses going because it's Women's Month and consistently say to every woman out there and those who are not like us, to say, what lens are you currently viewing the women in your life through? And how are we focusing to see ourselves? Are we making sure we see all of ourselves, part of ourselves? What are we focusing on when we're looking at ourselves as women? So welcome to Welcoming Wednesdays. It's the middle of the week. It is that hump place. It is the place often where people sit back and think, 2 more days to go. But we reframe that and we reframe it with, yes, I made it till Wednesday. And we hug that hump because we have gone through so much this week. We have managed to do Monday. We've managed to do Tuesday. We did Saturday. We did Sunday. And we're here. And we're here today with something to say. And we're here with something to present to the world. And as women, every day we get up, we always have something to say. Something to say that can shift a mindset, and something that we can say that can encourage ourselves and encourage somebody else. With that in mind, we start, as we always do, with our gratitude affirmations. And today, because it's Women's Month, we're staying in the focus of being grateful for who we are as women and being grateful for the women around us, regardless of their packaging, of what they look like, regardless of where they are on their journey of being a woman. We still embrace them. Let's begin to think through that right now. And let's think about the beauty that is a woman. And let's be grateful. Be grateful for the beauty that exists in every woman, outside of what is seen as the packaging of that woman. Be grateful for all the hues in which we arrive in. Show a woman today some gratitude. Say to them, I'm so grateful that you're here as you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up every day as you. I am so grateful. Women, be thankful for sisterhood. That there is always another woman who identifies with where you are in your journey. There's always another woman there who is ready to welcome you into their arms to say it's okay. Be grateful that those women are in your path. Another woman who understands the journey of being a woman. Yes, I'm grateful for women like me. Yes, I'm grateful there are other women who understand my journey as a woman. Yes, I am grateful there are women who are willing to stand by me and for me and raise their hands to say, we do have a voice. I'm grateful for all those women who will champion for me. Yes, I'm grateful for the women who will march for me. Yes, I am grateful for the women who died for me. Yes, I am grateful for women who will continue to protest for me so that all that is possible in tomorrow, they are willing to sacrifice for today. Yes, I am grateful for women. Yes, I am grateful for young women who still see the hope, who come to the table with courage and with bravery. Yes, I am grateful for young women who will be more unafraid than I ever was. Yes, I am grateful. Yes, I am grateful for women who unite beyond the color of their skin and unite in womanhood. Yes, I am grateful that as women we appreciate each other. Yes, I am grateful that we see each other for who we are, for where we are, and for what we are. Yes, I am grateful this morning for women. Yes, I am grateful this morning for women everywhere. Yes, I am grateful for women who are who they are. Yes, I am grateful for women who are showing up this morning as themselves. Yes, I am grateful for women continuing to be who they are amidst the obstacles. Yes, today I am grateful. So we were able to tap into the gratitude today that I believe we should hold in ourselves every day for women. And I hear, well, Lizzy, what about us men? Well, this is not your month, okay? We have this special month, like cheer us on, kind of give us some applause, cheer us on, be in the background, cheer us on, cheer us on. This is our month, okay? And we are here this month to celebrate all that is a woman. And so every single Monday to Friday for this month, I'm going to be looking at women. I'm going to be looking at who we are. I'm going to be looking at the places we've been. I'm going to be looking at the places we have yet to go. And I'm going to be looking at the hope that I want to support in women everywhere, and the hope that I hope all of us collectively will support in women everywhere. Because you know what? There are little girls, and these little girls grow up to be women. And we want to support that journey that they go through. We want to give them pictures that let them know who they are is amazing. We don't want them to have to learn to compete amongst themselves. We want them to learn that sisterhood. There's lessons we want to teach the next generation to ensure that the tomorrow looks better than our today. Now, if our today in your mind is perfect, if you're seeing it and you're like, Lizzy, what's wrong with you? It's a perfect, perfect day. Everything about being a little girl or being a lady is perfect. If that is where you are, okay, no judgment. Here's what I would say to you. Can there be growth? Could it be better? I know you think it's perfect, but could it be? Is it possible that it could be just a weeny teeny bit better? And how would that weeny teeny bit better? What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would the being of that around us? How would it affect us as women? Would it make it better for us? Would it make it worse? Or would it be like kind of indifferent? There's always a place for growth. There's always a place to challenge. And this Wednesday, I want us to be open and welcome the challenge. Welcome it, welcome it, welcome it. And say to ourselves, challenge is wonderful. And the reason challenge is wonderful is because challenge helps us to grow without bias. Yes, I did say it. See, when a challenge comes, you don't have the opportunity in that you are prepared for that particular challenge. Right? So even if you've been training, let's go back to the boxing analogy that I used yesterday, right? Boxers train. They have a way they train. They jump rope, right? They run, right? They hit and hit and hit and aim to speed up those punches consistently as they're hitting that bag. The opponent that they go against, they are preparing for them. They watch all the fights they've ever had. They watch their moves. They watch where the strength of their arms are, how they throw a punch. They have that preparation. Yet, when they go into the ring, there are no guarantees. That person will do absolutely everything they were prepared for and they had seen. Maybe that person inspected and adapted, and they built their other arm to be stronger than the right arm. We don't know. And see, that demands in that moment that the opponent takes all their toolkit, because they have a great toolkit, they have great training, but they adapt it and they grow their skills for that particular challenge within that particular moment. And that's what we're doing. We're not saying we don't have the skills. We're not saying we don't have the voice. We're not saying we don't have the courage. But the fact is, we have to take on a mental position of welcoming whatever comes, because it's going to come and allow us to grow, even if it's the unexpected. And that growth comes from all these surmountable, accumulative experiences that we've had in the past. This is how our past serves us. You see, a lot of times we don't want to look at our past, and what we do with the past is we bring the pain from the past into our present. But see, you don't have to bring the pain from the past. You bring the experience from the past, and that's very different. The pain from the past, we heal from. We work through. I didn't say we get over. I said we work through. Because all pain isn't something you can kind of just go over it, but you can go through it. And in going through yes, that pain will affect you. It causes a transformation of you. It's not a transformation you were welcoming, but it's still a transformation. But all of those things, every one of those steps, every one of that little thorn, that little poke, it made you who you are today. And if you can pull back as a woman and pull the treasure from that moment, pull the growth from it, pull the challenges from it, let it go into your toolkit for life, your womanhood toolkit for living life, it will enable you to be the next level of the woman that you are to be. Yes, because there is consistent growth. Growth is what it's about. So today we're welcoming growth opportunities. We're welcoming challenges. We're welcoming the unplanned. We're welcoming the unexpected. Because we know as women, guess what? We are prepared. We are. We are prepared for every challenge that comes our way. There's a wonderful quote that I'm going to share with you from Kavita Ramadas. Now, this woman comes from a background where women are not honored as being, oh, you're the best thing ever. Oh, we love you, women. That's not her experience. It's not the experience that existed for her in her coming up. Nonetheless, look at what she says. Look at that quote. She was born in 1962. 1962. Think about everything that was going on in 1962. But today, this woman pushes and is on the front line for women's rights programs globally. Today, she is an advocate for gender equity, an advocate for it. She stands for it. It's what she's known for. She puts her voice behind it. She puts her passion behind it, behind being an advocate. Because this is what she says about us as women. We need women who are so strong they can be gentle, so educated they can be humble, so fierce they can be compassionate, so passionate they can be rational, and so disciplined they can be free. That's a really strong statement. We need women who are so strong they can be gentle. That's saying that there's a strength we find in ourselves from our training through all our experiences that life brings to our path, that enables us to choose our stance and the way we present ourselves. The choice is with us. A lot of times we allow things that are around us to dictate our choices. We allow them to focus us. See, the lens shouldn't be defined by somebody else for you. It shouldn't decide how you show up. It shouldn't decide whether or not you show up aggressively. Well, I know they're going to be aggressive against me. They don't like women, so we got to go in and we got to fight. No, we can choose to present a different way. It's all about our lens and how we view it. So yes, we're strong. We are. There's no two twos about it. We are strong as women, but we can choose to allow people to see the gentle side. We can put in front of people empathy. We can put in front of people caring. We can put in front of people kindness. We can choose to show up kind. We can choose to show up and be compassionate. We can be absolutely filled with passion. But to a lot of people, that just comes over as emotion. So I can frame my passion with logic, with rationale. For instance, I believe every little girl everywhere should be given a stage with a voice and should be allowed to articulate. But your current culture may not agree with that. So do I come and I bark at you and I go, you don't understand. If a girl doesn't have a voice, no. How about I give you a rationale? What if your little girl grows up to be chosen to represent your nation because of her achievements? But when she stands on stage and she sees men who look like you filling a room, the little girl comes back out who was told she should be quiet. So instead of her saying what she prepared to say, that would change the world, she recoils herself back to that little girl who had no voice. Is that the offering? And is that the preparation you would choose for your daughter? Or might it be okay to give your daughter the constant space of having a voice? I've taken it away from my personal passion of we've got to give girls voices. They're people too. I've taken it away from that. And I've chosen a different stance. I've chosen to frame it in an experience that connects to the person I'm speaking to. That's the frame that I chose. So although I'm passionate, I'm able to be rational because I choose how I present to the world. And that means we have got to, as women, practice the pause. We've got to allow ourselves to be able to pause in any moment at any time. And it can be a 5-second pause. It can be a 6-second pause. It can be, do you mind if I just have a glass of water? And use that as the pause to decide what it is we want to be in that moment, why we want to be it, and what it is we want to say in that moment. The pause is there. And we can use it at any time. We can. We've got it. Now, let me present to you another woman, Audrey Hepburn. Now, Audrey Hepburn has starred in some of the most fabulous movies ever that are iconic today. And a lot of times we can embody the character that actors take and put it as if that is them. You know, and some people who are actors would argue, well, there's a little bit of me sprinkled into every role I've ever played. Got it. But this woman in herself, as herself, said, I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. That talks about she's been through something as a woman. She's gone through some adversities, as all women do. And I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. So what are we saying about happiness? Happiness is a choice. A lot of times we wait for circumstances, people, and things to elicit happiness and believe that our happiness is attached to those people, those things, and those circumstances, when our happiness is a choice. It's a state we choose. And it's a state we choose for ourselves. And in being happy, we are at peace with ourselves. And there's a wonderful thing that does for you. When on the inside you're peaceful, it radiates to the outside. So the pretty is not about the structure of a nose or the height of a cheekbone. It is about the essence that is flowing out of you because of who you have decided to be. And I believe that tomorrow is another day, and I believe in miracles. Now, lots of people can frame miracles lots of different ways. But in many cases, a miracle is something that shows up and surprises you for the better, that you didn't know was coming. So sometimes the miracle can be acceptance. Sometimes the miracle can be somebody you've never heard spoken before. They've never spoken, seemed like they never had a voice. And all of a sudden, in your meeting, they come up with a great idea and they voice it. That can be a miracle too. So today, as I'm getting ready to wrap up, I want to bring to you this frame. Welcome Wednesdays, women. Yes, welcome Wednesdays, women. Why do I put it that way? Because Wednesdays, women are wonderful, they are powerful, and they have made it to Wednesday. And these women who made it to Wednesday have the ability to make it through life. They have the ability to support. They have the ability to ideate. They have the ability to deliver. They have the ability to inspire. So welcome Wednesday's women. Welcome them to the stage of this life. Welcome them in all that they are. Give them a space to be included in every conversation. Let them know that they're treasured and they're beautiful in who they are, not in what they look like. See, looks can change. They can change. They can go away. They cannot be there. Or they can be altered. But the inside, the essence of who we are as women, that remains inside of us is constant. And that's what we bring to the world. And that's the lens that we tune ourselves to. The lens of who I want to be today as a woman. Do I want to be strong? Do I want to be brave? Do I want to be courageous? Do I want to be silent? Do I want to be peaceful? Do I want to be happy? What is the lens that you're framing yourself with today as a woman? Remember, in every way, we are able to be more than we've ever been before. I'm going to share with you, I'm going to see if I can do a possible physical share. So let me test this technology now, see if it's going to work. I am going to aim to share a screen. Let's see if it will do it for me. Okay, so I'm going to make this really big in the screen for a second so then you guys can see it. There we go. All right. Here's an affirmation I wrote some time ago as part of a program that I developed called Women to Women. And there are 30 affirmations for the 30 days of the program. This is one of them that I decided to share with you today. Today, I choose to value myself beyond society's or community's traditional boundaries and restrictions. I choose to no longer make my voice their acceptable. I choose no longer to make their voice my acceptable. I choose to accept that I am greater and more precious than diamonds or gold. That's really talking about, as a woman, I'm choosing to value myself. So today I choose to value myself beyond society's or community's traditional boundaries and restrictions. I choose today to no longer make their voice my acceptable. I choose to accept that I am greater and more precious than diamonds or gold. That is my choice for today. It's the choice that I am choosing. That it's not going to be about somebody else's voice for me. It's not going to be what somebody else dictates for me as a woman. It's going to be what I dictate for myself. I dictate for myself to be a voice of change. I dictate for myself to be a sprinkle of inspiration. I dictate for myself to show up being me. I dictate for myself that I am a beautiful human. So as I always say, My humanity is beautiful. Your humanity is beautiful. Our humanity is beautiful. My humanity is beautiful. Your humanity is beautiful. Our humanity is beautiful. And because of this being true, it doesn't matter what a woman looks like. It doesn't matter what her framing is. I'm going to be grateful for her humanity. I'm going to be grateful for her voice. I'm going to be grateful for all she brings to the table because I'm going to see her as a beautiful human. And because I see her as a human, I am going to want her to have a stage to be who she is and what she is and where she is. Who she is, what she is, and where she is. I'm going to want to offer her that. And that's what we should want to offer to all women everywhere. Offer them the opportunity to present in their authenticity. And where their authenticity is today may not be where their authenticity is tomorrow, because there is this thing called the journey. The journey, people, the journey. And we're all doing this journey. And there's different things that come on the journey that shift us, that make us, that cause us to grow and evolve. So who you were yesterday doesn't mean that's who you're going to be today. And who you are today may not be who you are tomorrow. But that's okay, because we're doing the journey of life and having this amazing human experience. Every experience we have offers with it the ability for us to innovate and create. It offers a constant choice for us to choose to be hopeful or not. But the choice is always on the table, and it offers us most above everything else the opportunity to grow and improve. Your growth and improved choices today may be different from your growth and improvement choices yesterday. But you've got to start with being transparent about who you are, where you are, and what you are in that moment. Inspect the current surroundings, your current emotions, your current presentation of who you are, and decide, what is the next best way I want to be? What is the next best way I should be to drive value for my life and to allow me to continue to be valuable to others? But that value definition must start within yourself for yourself. Before you can serve it to assist others, it must begin in you. So today, let's be grateful. Let's tell a woman, thank you for being you. Let's enjoy who we are as women, and let's encourage little girls to enjoy who they are too. So in closing, thank you so much for being here with me. We are here on Morning Inspirations, Monday to Friday, inspiring you to do this journey called life. You can find me and follow me on all social media platforms at Your Agile Lady. Hunt me out, you will find me. And you can get in touch and I will reach back. I promise I will. Thank you all so much for being here. And I want to remind you, we are here this month at 8 o'clock Central every day, Monday to Friday for the month of March. Take care and keep doing this journey called life with sprinkles of inspiration.